Hello and welcome to the performance category video for the 2022-2023 contest season. My name is Nikki Ward and I'm the state coordinator of Tennessee History Day. Tennessee History Day is brought to you by the Tennessee Historical Society. We are a nonprofit membership organization in Nashville, Tennessee, and we do all things related to Tennessee history, from producing or publishing the Tennessee Historical Quarterly to putting on public programs, virtually and in person, as well as hosting the Tennessee Encyclopedia of History and Culture on our website, which some of you may use in the classroom. Um, the largest thing we do, however, is Tennessee History Day. So we do have a special educator rate. If you are interested, feel free to email me at historyday@tennesseehistory.org and we can get you signed up. Okay, so we are going to focus on the performance category in this video. Now, this is not a rules video. We do have rules videos located on our website as well as on our Padlet pages. This is more of a video that talks about what we're expecting out of performance as far as registration, what that submission is going to look like for you this year. So, who should compete in performance? Students who have time to do the research and to turn that into a performance, write that script, work on the narrative, practice, block it out, all of that good stuff. Students who have an understanding of creating that narrative, and some things to consider as you are looking at the performance category. How will you collaborate with your group if you do decide to work as a group? Are you able to do all of your performance work at school? Will you need additional time at home, another meeting location? Can this practice or research work, script writing, all of that be done online? How is your story best conveyed? Is performance the best way to convey your story, or are you just a performance? Do you just prefer performance? Make sure you are doing the category that best suits the research that you have. You will need to submit a recording this year at the registration deadline, and I will clarify that in just a moment. So, it's something to keep in mind this year as you are deciding on performance. Technology needs for the 2022-2023 contest season. This year, you will need to record your performance and submit it as an MP4 file via SmugMug, same as last year. So if you've done this before, this will not be new to you. This just needs to be a one-take recording with no post-processing, no editing, no tinkering with lights or sounds. You are just recording your essentially your dress rehearsal, right? You just need to send in a recording of you doing your performance. Now, does this mean that you can't make changes after you submit your project? In short, yes. We do know that changes may occur, and blocking may need to change, things like that. Don't tinker too heavily. Try to have it contest ready by the deadline, but we do understand changes might occur. You are still performing at the contest, and you are still going to have that interview time with the judges. Nothing about the structure of the contest itself will change. We are just preparing for the potential of unforeseen contest interruptions. We all know how Tennessee in February can be. So we just want to make sure that your work does get viewed in some capacity this year. And for that to happen, we need a recording. Consider this just a recording of your dress rehearsal. Do not be moving the camera around. There's no panning. Don't have anybody else doing lighting. So it's exactly how you would perform for the judges. The set needs to be what you would bring to the judges as well, right? What you bring to History Day. Don't use a couch that you're not going to take with you to your regional contest. It needs to be your set, and it needs to be your costumes and the same lighting setup you plan on using. So keep that in mind. All the rules do apply to the recording. Adult assistance, some clarification. Um, so you may have assistance in producing your costumes or props, but the design, choice of fabrics, all of that must be your own. If you're confused about what reasonable help is, you can look at Rule 10 on page 16 in the rule book. And like I said, an adult may operate the camera, like turn it on and off for you. They might help you format your file or submit to SmugMug, but the only editing that needs to occur would be snipping out some dead air at the beginning or the end. Everything else needs to be up to the student. And some rules for submission this year. Costumes and props, like I said earlier, please only use backgrounds and props that you will be bringing to your live performance of the contest. If you're not bringing that couch with you, don't have it in your recording. And don't bring a couch with you, please. And as far as that recording, any audio, music, media should be present as part of the performance in live and in person as well. Don't add audio in later. Individual and group performances should be recorded in one take, regardless of the platform. Do not do any type of editing. And I know I've said this a couple times. Consider this a dress rehearsal. Remember, in the performance category, you're being judged on your process paper, bibliography, and your performance. So do not forget about those written components. They are important, and they are your judge's first introduction to your work. Right? That's the first thing that they read when they come in contact with your submission. So please make sure that you have answered those questions that you need to answer in the process paper, that your bibliography is annotated, it is separated into primary and secondary, and that you've answered the annotation questions to the best of your ability. Rule changes. This will be the last year I mention these rule changes just because they are a couple years old now. Rule 13, prohibited materials. It's important to remember since we are in person this year, toy and replica weapons are now prohibited from NHD competitions, as well as anything that could cause damage to the competition venue. Interaction. Do not interact with or require participation by the audience during your performance. As far as how you'll be submitting that recording, if you've done this in the past, this will not be new. We will just be using SmugMug again. You will go to your regional contest page on the TennesseeHistory.org webpage, look for the performance upload button, and that will be where you upload your recording. Paperwork does go into the registration system that NHD uses, which is called ZFairs, and it will be as one PDF together, the cover sheet, process paper, and annotated bibliography in that order. You will just upload it right there, and you will be good to go after that. A few things to keep in mind if you are looking for resources for performance. We do have, NHD has on their website how to create a historical performance for $29. It's available in their shop. And then we have lots of resources for you on the Padlet. There's some performing perspective videos that we have that located on the Padlets. NHD has quite a bit on their YouTube page, so you can look there as well. And students, there is a toolkit for you as well. So make sure you are looking at all the resources available to you as you're preparing for the contest this season. The website has a lot for you to look over in preparation as well. Curriculum packet is there. Educators, if you did not receive one from me and would like to sign up for one, you can look for it there. Links to those toolkits, the Padlet pages I mentioned, links to all kinds of theme information, as well as the sample projects are located on our website too, if you want to see what other students have done in the past. If you are looking for contest information, that is located here as well. You can actually go back. It is right here under Project Resources. And contest dates, as well as links to our advising office hours, which I'll mention a little bit later as well. But this video will live on this webpage too. Looking at dates for this contest season, district contest, if you're located in any of these counties in the northeast part of Tennessee, registration for both district contests opens Friday, October 3rd, 2022. And the deadline for both is Friday, October 28th, 2022. And the contest for both is Friday, November 18th, 2022 in person. Regional contest this year, if you placed first or second in Northeast 1 or 2 or are in any of the other regions, your contest deadline for registration, well, it opens on Thursday, December 1st, and the deadline for educators, Tuesday, January 17th, 2023, and the deadline for students is Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. The educator deadline is before the students because students cannot complete their registration until educators have finished theirs. And educators, you are going to want to get that done as quickly as possible because they will be emailing you in a panic when they cannot finish registration. We will be hosting advising office hours this year. These will start at 4 p.m. on select Mondays throughout the contest season. All you have to do is register one time and you will receive a Zoom link for these office hours. Come to any of them that you would like, and I will not be presenting anything. You don't need to stay the entire time. It's an office hour, so essentially, if you have a question at 4:45 on October 24th, you want to pop in and ask that question, you can. And I'll be hanging out, working on some History Day stuff, and answering questions as they arise. If you do have other questions that cannot wait until those office hours or work better in an email, feel free to reach out. My email is historyday@tennesseehistory.org. Again, my name is Nikki Ward. I'm the state coordinator for Tennessee History Day, and we are so looking forward to seeing you all in person this year. And yeah, looking forward to seeing your projects. Happy History Day.